All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another episode of Getting Real in the Field. And I'm your host, JP Fluellen, and this is Cacti.
Woohoo!
All right, and this is the show where we talk about all the things that you hate to do, following up, making phone calls, and talking to the lowest hanging fruit, which is your sphere of influence.
That's
All
right.
right, so Keck, it's good to be here. It is good to be here, man.
Hey, man, it is great to be here, especially on a Sunday evening, talking to you, to all of you, actually. So,
Oh yeah, drinking water,
and sipping water. There you go.
staying hydrated. That's right. That's right.
So tonight we're going to talk about marketing to your sphere, correct?
That is what we're talking about.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing, like we are going to demystify, surprise, and dazzle you with our knowledge of marketing to your sphere of influence, which is the people that already know, like, and trust you. So these are people in your life like friends, family, past clients, acquaintances, and just pretty much anybody that probably would know your at least maybe your first name, or at least would be like, hey, I know that guy. If you were to go out and about in public. So that's where these types of people are. Would you agree?
I totally agree. As long as they're not those people, oh, I know that guy. Let me turn the other way around.
Right? Right? Yeah. Yeah.
I
Don't,
mean,
don't be that guy.
um, exactly. It is, your sphere is such an important source of referrals, which we all know are like gold in the real estate business. So why don't we just dive in and just talk about spheres?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, um, in the sphere of influence game, it is all about, organization and maintenance of your database. So really being good at this. And this is the challenge with a lot of real estate agents, is that they've been in the business. Their database probably looks like their house or their room, or that it's just chaos everywhere. Every once in a while it looks okay, but then when you finally try to go find something, you can't find it. And so that's one thing that is probably one of the challenges, is trying to get your database like super organized so that you're able to basically contact these folks, in a way that is consistent and organized. Um, you know, Trying to collect and store the details for everything that you need that would be effective in doing sphere of influence marketing. Um,
Mhm.
so the information that you want to try to glean from folks, which is, do they own, do they rent, what are their interests, what profession they're in, and these are challenges because a lot of times these interactions that we have, we just keep forgetting to ask for this stuff, or at least try to orchestrate your conversation to get that information, and then making notes to yourself, hence field notes, when you're out there doing the work, and then we're not effective in the way that we do the work. So trying to catalog, every single living and breathing person that we come in contact with, so that they can become infinitely part of our database on the regular. So there you go.
Okay. I mean, couldn't agree with you more, man. Um, absolutely. A good CRM software like Fieldnotes AI can be a lifesaver. I'm not trying to put a plug in, but make sure that you use a CRM that you will like and use. And so if you are going to start marketing to your sphere, a good CRM is a must-have. And don't forget, your sphere is more likely to refer to you if they know you remember them and that they see value in what you're doing, right? So it's not just about taking, always taking from them, asking for their business or anything. It's about giving value first, and that's so important. You know, it's about giving first, remembering them first, rather than saying, hey, would you be interested in buying a house or selling a house? Right?
100%. 100%. That is marketing gold right there. Gold, my friend.
Great.
So, don't underestimate the power of personalized communication. And that's why, like, when you have these conversations, remember to make notes to yourself or give yourself a little voice record or something. I mean, we have all these devices in our pockets that we don't really utilize to the
Yeah.
maximum capacity for specifically for the businesses that we have
Yeah.
spent so much time in. And, it is, especially if you go to a networking event, it takes 2 seconds to type in a quick note after you talk to somebody and then on to the next person. And then when you see them next time, you can remember those conversations and be like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. How's it going with that boat purchase? Well, oh, you remember that? Yeah, yeah. And then they think you're like the most amazing person ever, that you have this like amazing memory, and you're like, nah, dude, I just looked at my phone from the last time we met, and then I just grabbed those notes and then used it to my, this is what Jedis do, right? They're like, we are not the droids you're looking for, you know. Um, but that's that is how you create these great personalized communications, as well as personal phone calls, sending out,
Mhm.
postcards, personalized, or even just texting them a quick video and being like, hey man, it was really nice to meet you this evening, whatever, whatever. Or when you're randomly driving through a neighborhood and you remember, oh, I talked to Joe the other day, and you're like, hey Joe, I was just driving through your neighborhood. Is this thinking of you, man? Hey, if you ever got any real estate needs, let me know. And
Yeah.
that those little touches go so far. And there's a couple of brokerages out there that practice a 33 touch type follow-up, that if you just come up with some sort of organized way, and again, database that is organized will help go a long way, by able to do these 33 touches in an organized fashion. So always being top of mind, man.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And when I say it's not, real estate, your business in real estate is not about just selling, right? It's actually about building and maintaining relationships. So, speaking of which, consistent communication is key. This could be monthly newsletters, regular updates on local real estate trends. I know that you've seen this, and about these type of articles and newsletters coming out. Send them out. If you're not doing that today, you should be. Like, these are little tidbits of information that you should be sending out. And if you're not into building and maintaining relationships, I would kind of think twice about being a real estate agent.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't, I mean, honestly, like if you don't want to do the work, the fortune is in the follow up, and a good majority of the people that are going to be on the regular are your sphere of influence.
Yeah.
I went through and audited my last 3 years, and I think over 50% of my deals were from past clients. So
Wow.
honestly, it really just comes down to, you know, making sure that that you are not forgetting your past clients, because we spend so much money as agents on new leads, new leads, new leads, new leads. And honestly, if you just work your sphere correctly, then you won't have to spend a ton of money on new leads. However, the caveat to that is, of course, is that if you don't have a sphere, then it might make sense, to get some leads, but then leverage those leads into one or two more deals. Hey, did you have a great experience? Awesome. Yeah. Do you know anybody else that's interested in buying or selling? Oh yeah, actually my friend Susie's thinking about moving to Cheyenne. Oh, what's Susie's number? Or, hey, after you close on your house, let's invite like 20 of your closest friends, and let's do a housewarming party, and I'll have like my lender sponsor it for you, and we'll get a bunch of people over there. We'll do some giveaways and stuff like that. And those are really great ways on the cheap to get more in front of more people, because
Yeah.
that is key to the whole thing, is how many people can you get in front of. And obviously, if they can see you face to face, you can have interactions with these folks, are probably more higher quality than dialing for dollars every day. So leveraging what you already have, or thinking differently about what you've already done.
Yeah. I totally, I mean, that's a great idea. Like, hosting these like what I call client appreciation events is a great way to get a whole bunch of people together in a room, build relationships, build friendships, introduce them to each other as well too. Another great idea I think is like having informational seminars, right? Like talking about home investments or how to maintain your house. These are things that will gather your friends, and other contacts as well. Get them to this area and have it hosted by maybe a business partner, like about home maintenance, like let's say gutters or something like that, and preparing for the fall. What do you need to kind of winterize your home? Things like that would be a huge value to your clients, your spheres, that they might even bring others on top of that, and you will just have a great time just kind of showing them or providing great valuable information in which they will appreciate and remember you as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and just don't be scared of asking for referrals.
True.
And I heard from, another great agent that if you ask for referrals before the closing, because when the closing happens or after the closing, everyone's stressed, they're moving things around, there's just too many things going on, and they're gonna either A, they're gonna forget about you because the stats are like 86% of people you've worked with will forget you in 3 years. So like there's that. And then, if you catch them before the closing, the only thing they can think about is real estate, real estate, real estate. And if you've already given them a great impression before closing happens, within a couple weeks into it, just be like, hey, how's everything going so far? We like to just, as a team or as a brokerage, we really want to just get a pulse of how we're doing. And is there anything so far within our process that we would like that you'd like to see changed, or better communication or whatever it is, to make sure that they have a 5-star experience. And then ask them, hey, is there anybody, while we're at it, is there anybody that you might know that's thinking about moving in the next couple months,
Yeah.
and especially during the summers where it's big, big, big moving season, somebody knows somebody that's moving. I mean,
Yes.
so that's just a one way to turn every sale into 2 sales, is just by being straightforward and blunt with your ask.
Yeah. I mean, so true. And so I guess the last key takeaway I would say is that, marketing to your sphere, it isn't about quick results. It's about farming your relationships. It's about building relationships, providing value, and being a trusted real estate advisor in your sphere's life, right? So if you're that go-to person because you provide a lot of value, you're a great person to work with, and you're fun, you will over time build that business. And it's more than just spending and buying new leads as well too, right?
Absolutely. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and wrap up another episode. But before we do,
Yeah.
number one, make sure you make sure you subscribe, make sure you save this, because this is marketing gold for you folks that out there that are not marketing to your sphere of influence. And if people want to learn more about how they can automate some of these ways of following up with their sphere of influence, how can people get a hold of you, Keck?
Yeah, for sure. I would encourage you a couple of things. One, go to our website, fieldnotes.ai. And if you're looking for a CRM, check it out. It's only 20 bucks per month to start with, and then you can always add more features when you need to. So if you don't have a good CRM that you like, that you love, check out fieldnotes.ai. And if you want to talk some more about how to market to your sphere, what are some technical techniques and stuff, and how better you utilize your CRM for doing that, reach out to me. My direct number is 425-740-0260. And you, JP?
Yeah, and if you guys want to learn about actual results by using some of these tips, tricks, and tactics, you can just reach out to me, 307-772-1184, and just shoot me a text, SOI, and we will be happy to help you move forward in your journey as a realtor and being more effective with your time and help you utilize the tools at your disposal. So, and on that note, that will conclude another episode of Getting Real in the Field. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.